Very wonderful night, obviously. And you remain calm. So tell us what was going on in your head throughout the whole game tonight.
I had to be the player to stay poised because I'm experienced. I've been here before. Um, I wouldn't have had a great game if it wasn't for my teammates and Coach Mulkey and everybody around me. It was fun.
Lex, was it just the transition? Was it the idea to get you out and really run and take advantage of their size a little bit with your quickness?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I got my first few transition buckets. I was like, okay, this is pretty easy. I might as well use it to my advantage, and that's what I did tonight. Push it in transition and put the pressure on them.
Cam, obviously we know what this means for you in the standings and all that in your season, but obviously a record with the attendance and everything. Just what do you think it means for the program overall, and to have a night like this in women's basketball? Now you've been in a lot of these kind of games, but to have this here, what does it mean?
Well, first of all, compliment the fans. Goodness gracious, I don't think I saw an empty seat. Now, I didn't look long, but when I walked out, I was like, ooh, these people are standing. Somebody get up and give that older woman a seat. It was everything that young people need to experience in college. And thank you to all the people who made that happen. I thought it was a game of that was good for the SEC women's basketball. It was good for women's basketball, period. I thought there were things that a lot of people still have question marks about us, and we're good with that. We had those question marks. We still have them today, but that just feeds our hunger. You just played a team that's played every good team out there this year. I don't know who they have not played. They should be ranked in the top 25. That's the best offensive rebounding team we have played this year by far. And I thought going in at halftime, we were, down 7 on the boards, and to finish the game, plus 7. How many times are you going to go in at halftime and Angel Reese has 4 and 4? And then she finished with, imagine that, another double-double. But Alexis Morris carried our team as she should. She was our quarterback out there. She was our coach out there. And she was just really smooth. And she did some things on the defensive end that we asked her to do to help a freshman in Flagey guard a first-rounder, Horston. She did some things to help everybody on the defensive end. I won't go into everything she did that we worked on, but it will help Flagey grow. You know, Flagey just is a true freshman that just guarded a first-round kid. That's big. That's big for our growth. That's big for our team, how much respect we have. In fact, there's 2 kids out there for Tennessee that'll be first-rounders. I thought putting Angel on Jackson was not a concern about talent. The concern was Jackson doesn't go inside. She stays on the perimeter. So Angel was going to have to defend on the perimeter, which does what? Takes her away from the basket rebounding. And I thought we made a point to her in the locker room, hey, a shot goes up, you can't stay out there anymore. You got to come help us. They're long, they're taller, they're taller. Their length is much bigger than we are. But I just thought we really battled, particularly in the second half.
This Angel really turned up the aggression in the second half. You turned your game on. The first half, was it a case where maybe you wanted to get through that half with no fouls because you got to the second half and just turned it loose?
The first half, they played me well. They were really aggressive with me, and then when I got that first foul, I don't want to get that second because I would have to sit. So I tried to just play cool and do whatever I could. I mean, not to get that second foul and try to grow up from that. I mean, last year, and I probably would have got that second foul and I had to sit. So I think that's growth for me, being up there. And then second half, I tried to just come out there and do what I could, be aggressive. I know my teammates needed me, so I had to do whatever I could to get the win.
Coach, you said this team was not supposed to defeat Tennessee, partially due to their depth. So what was the message going into this game tonight?
Well, I don't think people understand why I said that. One, to motivate my team and to remind them everybody in the SEC picked Tennessee to finish ahead of us. And right or wrong, to me, if I'm a competitor, I take that as a challenge. And that was the message. It's like, we're not supposed to win. Let's just go see how good we are and let's battle. We knew they were great on the boards, and we think we're pretty good on the boards. We have not played the schedule that they have, so let's go see if we're any good. And next man up, next game up. That's just kind of how we've approached it. Let's prepare for the next team.
Angel, second half, you get the steal, get the N1, lick the fingers, do the dance. Talk about that moment and what a moment like that does for the confidence of the team.
Me and Rakia are cool, so I mean it was kind of just going at her, playing competition, being competitive against each other. I mean, she's a great player, I'm a great player, so it was just in the moment, he's the moment. I needed confidence, and that was my confidence bucket to get me going, so that's what got me going.
What was the dance she did? Anybody name it?
You know it. You did it.
What was the dance?
Shawty said it.
Tell them what dance you did. Tell them. Teach them. They don't know all those dances.
Look the video up. Coach is in the video.
There you
Y'all
go.
remember the video that went viral?
TikTok.
Coach is in it.
TikTok.
Okay.
But is there a name to it?
I don't know. It's like
No,
a
it's not a
silhouette.
name.
It's not really a name. Anybody does the dance. I don't know. Majorettes, maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, kind of a follow-up to that, Angel. How do you try to find yourself in the midst of a game, trying to get yourself going? What is it? Do you try to look for a certain look, or is it maybe where you potentially catch the ball in the flight? How do you try to get yourself going when it's kind of been a little bit of a struggle early on?
Yeah, I mean, mentally it was getting to me in the first half because, I mean, going into the locker room 4-4, we were winning. I didn't care. So it could be mentally tough on others, but, I mean, I think I've matured in a way where I don't really let that get to me. And I had confidence from my teammates and my coaches. They talked to me throughout the whole first half, going into the second half, telling me, you got this, you're going to be good, just play. Just play. And I played and did whatever it took to win.
And then for Lex, I've noticed on your Twitter you've changed your name. Did we see the full transformation to Lex Luthor tonight?
Absolutely.
Luther?
Luther.
Okay.
The Don General.
Angel, you had some very passionate instructions to Alexis after the game about bringing it every night, kind of, I guess, similar to the Arkansas game when are you two kind of like, it's like family, like sisters? I mean, is this in practice all the time, just the way you passionately give each other instructions? And Alexis, if I could get your reaction too.
That's my dog. We go at it like we go at it every day. Like you would think we hate each other sometimes in practice because we go at it and we're really competitive. But I believe in Alexis. Everything that she's been through, many people can't even get through. So I admire everything that she does. So that's why I try to keep the motivation in her. I wrote her a note early on around Christmas and told her, I'm not giving up on you. I want you to be that first rounder pick that you deserve. You work for everything that you've done, and I believe in you. So that's what I was talking to Alexis about.
And we have a mutual understanding. Me and Angel, we're cut from the same cloth, so we can talk to each other a certain way and understand each other and not take it personal. And Angel's, I've been on many teams, and I can say Angel's one of the greatest teammates I've ever played with in college. Phenomenal. One of the greatest people off the floor. Reliable. She's going to be there when you need her. And she has, man. Thank you.
These kids have an unbelievable will to win. And I don't want to hear that, well, they hate to lose. Look, everybody hates to lose, but in 15 minutes, people are down the street laughing and having a fun time. If you have an unbelievable will to win, it bothers you for a while. And especially if you feel you let your team down. And I think that separates the elite from the elitist. Is there such a word? And I think they have an unbelievable will to win, and their passion can sometimes be misconstrued by fans and the public. And I just welcome everybody to come watch us practice sometimes. And you will leave and go, whew, I need to marry those girls because the offspring's going to be something else. Because they have an unbelievable will to win. And not many people have that anymore.
Got time for a couple more questions. For Angel and Alexis, I guess for both of y'all, Alexis, when you're going off, Angel, when you're doing your thing down low, like, how dominant and how great can this team be? How far can this team go when both of you guys are clicking at the same time like that?
Yeah, I think honestly, like for this team, I've never really been on a team where nobody really cares about scoring as much. So when Alexis gets going, she carried us. She carried us the whole first and second half. So being able to have a teammate to rely on and know that I don't have to do all the work, I mean, I'm happy. So she does what she does. I mean, I put confidence into her, and then when I'm doing what I'm doing, she puts confidence into me.
Kobe and Shaq won the championship. That's all it takes. Solid point guard and a great post player and 3 solid role players. That's all we need.
Coach, you kind of mentioned about Flage's defense tonight. Just what did you see from her and how she took on the challenge and her mentality and just how she executed?
They can probably answer that better because when you play as much as she does as a freshman, what they tend to think is it's all about scoring. And what Flage did tonight on Horston, and Horston only had, 11 points, but look what Horston didn't get on the boards. She got 1 offensive board. She won't realize it tonight, but she will in that film room tomorrow on what a freshman did guarding a first-round draft pick. And that's when you get better. You listen, you observe, and you understand, wow, I did contribute. I played 30-plus minutes. I guarded a first-round draft pick. Was just so proud of her tonight in more ways than I probably have ever been in any game she's played this year. Because in my mind, I'm going, is it fair to put a freshman on Horston? And boy, did she grow up tonight.
Time for one final question.
Angel, what was it like for you to play in front of this crowd, and did it meet your expectations of what you thought it would be like at LSU?
Yeah, I've never been a part of this type of environment. When I walked out, I was like, I feel like I'm at home. It was like a winter wonderland in there with all the whiteout. It was fun, so I was happy. I mean, to come to a school where they support women's basketball, I mean, sometimes even more than the men, is amazing. Like, you don't see that very often, and it makes me want to stay longer here. But yeah.
Did she say that?
Nah, but I love it here.
Oh, no, but what? Oh.
I love LSU, and I love how they support me. My mom can't come to every game, so being able to have fans out there hugging me, kissing me, showing mad love after the game is just something that I just embrace.
I thought a key to the game also, and I said this to them prior to the game, be who you are. Who are we? Whoever we are, we've won 20 games. Keep doing what you're doing. We got to the foul line. We've been doing that all year. We never stopped being aggressive. There were spurts where, man, we looked bad. We couldn't get a defensive rebound. But we kept taking it in there, and that's what we've done. That's why we lead and get into the foul line. Be who we are. There was a moment there where they went big. They had all post players in there, and they were posting my perimeter people up. I turned around. And just for a split second, I said, man, do I need to go zone? And I said, nah, hell with that. I'm not a zone coach. But you got to make changes in a game. And if you'll remember, they cut into the lead. They kept posting our smalls up. But we battled, guys. Thank y'all.
Thank you.